All right, ladies and gentlemen, my newest engine just arrived today. Instead of spending $300 on an expensive engine thinking it's going to last longer, like it totally didn't. That Zeta 100 Firestorm Max lasted 6 months and 1,000 miles, and it shit the bed on me. And I spent $300 on it. Now, I spent $120 on this, and I am willing to bet that I will get better mileage. And one thing I did notice is all of these are the same motors anyway. All they did was take one of these motors, bought it from China, and then they sold it from a factory in the United States and stated, quote unquote, that it's a higher performance motor or whatnot. And you know what? When it all comes down to it, it's all the same motor. So this, I went cheap again, and yeah, I am going to fire this one up, and we're going to see how much we get out of this one. This is my first one cylinder head. I usually have the two part cylinder, but I opted out to try the one cylinder this time. I do have an upgrade for this motor, which will upgrade this head into a 2-piece, and the top of my head is dual spark plug. And I have a reed valve and a windowed piston that I'm going to have to run in it. But first, I want to do this break-in period with this new bike here. I want to do it with all original stuff. So after break-in, I am going to upgrade this motor, provided everything looks good. Okay. Ports. That port actually looks pretty clean, to be honest. There's a little bit to clean up, but for the most part it looks pretty clean for a cheaper motor. I have to check this side out after. I have to check the whole motor out for imperfections, cracks, whatnot, and make sure all your nuts and bolts and screws are tightened up. You want to make sure your magneto's on the right way and tightened, which is over here. I had a problem with the last one. The magneto went bad, as well as a ring catching on the open port in the motor, which scratched my cylinder head and screwed up my piston. And that was on my last one, the Zeta 100 Firestorm Max. Let's see if everything came. There's the gas tank, muffler, cables, kill switch, gas tank hardware. Everything appears to be there. Here is the wheel hub hardware to hook to your wheel, and in my opinion is the most pain in the butt process in this whole ordeal. It takes the longest. Looks like everything's all there. I mean, I'm not going to count the nuts and bolts right now because there's a ton of them, but the important stuff's there. Muffler ring, new chain. We're going to use my old one so we ain't got to break in a new chain. Chain tensioner, handle grips, the same exact ones that came with my expensive kit. This right here, I bet, is the same exact thing as that Firestorm 100 Max that I spent $300 on. I only spent $100 and change on this. Well, everything appears to be here in the kit, so that's a good start. We are going to hook this up today, and we are going to take it for a test run. Let's see how the gas tank looks here. Sometimes they come damaged and dented or scratched. Well, she's dirty. dirty. It's got a couple. There's some scratching there. Some paint missing. She's pretty dirty. I don't know where the hell this tank was. I don't know if I probably have to clean that out before I put anything in it. Alright, the bottom there's a little dent there. I'm not too concerned about that, though. I could paint it and fix it. I'm more worried about the performance. There's another scratched up area where paint's missing. Overall, it looks alright. I can handle it. Okay. And we are going to put her on our Schwinn Beach Cruiser again. That's that Zeta 100 Firemax. The engine that I got looks exactly the same. Here are the brand new upgrades that I'm going to put on my new motor that I got. Here's the dual head. Here's the new cylinder. Here's the dual CDI. I'm excited to try that out. And then I do have my brand new reed valve in here. We're going to hook all up once we break our engine in. We're going to do all that. But yeah, this ended up, the piston ended up catching in the right side of the ports here and ended up screwing up the piston and scratching the freaking cylinder. So I bought these new parts here to fix the issue. I fixed the issue, tried to start it, couldn't figure it out, wouldn't start. It was getting spark, but it wouldn't start. So after trial and error, I came down to here. I decided the CDI was bad. I swapped out the CDI with the new parts on it. Boom, started right up. Oh, so I'm excited. Bum, 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 bum. I come back home to put my helmet on, get everything to go for a ride. All excited. I get all dressed up, go out, boom, starts right up again. Bum, 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 bum. I go down to the end of my road, not even 2 minutes. The motor ends up clicking, stopping, and locking up on me. The bottom bearing, rod bearing for the piston, ended up going bad. It locked right up on me, didn't run anymore. Right after I fixed everything else, this went bad. So I got sick of it, said I'm done with it. I can replace the bearing in this at some point if I want, and then I'll have a nice running engine again. But I'm done with it. I fucked with it long enough. And that's why we got the new one. And yeah, we're going to put that new one on now. And we will be back for our first ride with the new one. All right, folks. Let's cross our fingers this time. And hopefully we got a good one this time. All right, folks. I shall be seeing you shortly. In 30 minutes or so. That's all I got to do is swap this out. Put the chain on. Put the CDI on. Solder the wires together. And I'm ready to go. All right, folks. See you soon.